Hello, and welcome to Civilization Rising Tide, playing as the North Sea Alliance. My name is Pravus, and I will be your guide for today's video. So, I've been doing a little bit of reading on the Civilopedia, trying to figure out what is involved with the city developments that Alpha La is supposed to have, because this is really kind of bugging me, and I have not been able to find any information about it at all. I'm not even kidding. So, you go to leaders and sponsors here, and if I go to Arshia Kishk, whatever, that's her name, she's the leader of Alpha La, and it says right down here that the yield from city developments is increased by 150%. That said, if I go to the Civilopedia and type in city development, nothing happens. It's not that I'm doing it wrong necessarily, because if I just type in city, sure, we can find a bunch of different things about cities. Absolutely, no problem. If I want to find out anything about development, though, nope. We find only private arms development and research and development. Neither of those are related. So, even the game does not exactly tell me what it means when we find out that Alpha La has 150% city development. I have no idea if that's a good civ or a terrible civ. Don't really understand that. Fraxis, I really think that that is something you ought to change in the near future. You probably should make that a bit more clear, but oh well. Alright. Well, we are about to finish up our next colonist, and I'm going to say this area out here looks really ripe. I mean, like, whoa, I would love to take this place, but I'm going to need to be clearing out some more of these aliens before that's going to be very safe. Still, this is worth geothermal, the floating alien structures. There's a lot of coral, some shells, floatstone and faraxite, all sorts of beautiful things off in this direction. One city just marching its way through here would become exceptionally valuable to me. Ooh, an alien skeleton. Didn't even notice that. So, I really would like to settle down in this direction. I just need to make sure that the aliens are not around. Speaking of which, we have a siege worm getting danger close. Would like for that not to be a thing for any longer, but, you know, you gotta make do with what you got. We'll see if we can scare it off. We have an ultrasonic fence, after all. Which only extends 2 tiles, so this area is not defended, but it's probably better than trying to take on a siege worm with no military. So we'll move on. Let's see, we did pick up an agreement last time. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was production-based from strategic... Whoop! Resources, right? View active agreements. Yes, +1 production from strategic resources. That can be improved if I can improve my status with the Pan-Asian Cooperative. And yes, somebody did make a comment in a previous video saying free workers. That is a really, really powerful agreement. There's no doubt about that. None at all. Alright, let's see. I'm not seeing any aliens, so let's get on to that. Let's get out there. Let's start moving our colonists this direction. Hope we don't run into any resistance. We have a solar collector, apparently. It's been a couple days since I played, so these are all things I should already know, but apparently I've forgotten about. I'm going to send my cruiser off in this direction. Now, you may think, why on earth are you doing that? You need to explore some more, maybe, but I really want to clear this area out. There are a lot of alien nests, and this is a fantastic area to settle, and it's been so darn hard for us to find a good place to settle in this entire game. So, by golly, we're going to find it. I swear to God, we are. Alright. Well, I think we just finished a underwater generator of some sort. Looks like a weird floating turbine system. Turbine. Fascinating. Not really sure what to make of that. Alright, well, we'll start sending our workers down in this general direction as well. We have pending diplomatic stuff. She wants... Wait. Private arms development, production increased by 10% when building. So she wants to get this. I will get 9 political capital per turn, which is awesome because I have a deficit right now, so it'd be nice to get back in the positive. This is the same agreement that I think that Chung Su bought from me as well. So apparently this one's pretty popular. Private arms development. Gotta remember that in the future. And it's cheap enough that it's accessible in the early game. This does look good to me. So yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and pay me some diplomatic capital. Enjoy some faster military units.
What's ours?
You... Boy, do I have a deal. They get reserve army. Units heal fully each turn when fortified in a city. And I get 9 diplomatic capital per turn. I mean, okay. Sure. Let's get ourselves up to 16 diplomatic capital per turn. Excellent. We'll develop a ton of traits, get all sorts of awesome agreements. It's great. You love it. You gotta love it. All right. What do we want to do now in this city now that we have finished with our colonist? We already have maximum trade routes? No, we do not have any trade routes here? That doesn't sound right to me at all. we should probably get a trade route. So let's start building a trade convoy. I would like to start getting some energy production, maybe start trading with the Pan-Asian Cooperative, because I think that that is a neighbor I would like to keep, and I want to eliminate Chengsu from the game. There can be only one civilization that starts off in the ocean. Only one. Right, we also have a scarab. I totally forgot you existed, not gonna lie. Alright, go forth, my little bull beetles. My little bull beetle. Go. Alright, next turn. No aliens, please. Come on, Tide Hunter, don't let me down. Squish that there alien nest. Excellent. Pillage! Pillage? Thank you. Alright, we've cleared out that set of aliens. Really worried about that there siege worm, but I don't think he can cross a mountain. I think he only moves one tile at a turn, so we're actually probably fine. Although we do unfortunately have some miasma to contend with. Continue sending the scarab around. Explore our continent. How the scarab is returning information to us, I don't know. Did we strapped a little camera onto its back or something? Whatever it is, it's kind of funny. There's also gold and other cool sorts of resources. This is just a really rich area, and there's even a nice clear path to be sending my cities around. This is just great. It's fantastic. I definitely want to found that city. Alright. Looking for more aliens. Not seeing any, but I know there's a nest over here, so we'll start working that direction. Doop, doop. Ooh, we found a wrecked colony lander. We probably want to go and take advantage of that in the near future, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. Let's start sending our worker down to meet up with the colony in the near future. Where's our cruiser? Where are you? There you are. Cruiser. Okay, we found Chengsu. It's fine. Do you want to take a pot shot at the siege worm and try to scare it off? Yes. Go away, siege worm. Go away. Nobody likes you, Herman the Worm. As a result of their work with the native ecosystem, the stewards of our cyto-nursery have a unique understanding of our alien home. Blur, 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 blur. Do we want production from military units? That's not bad. Or do we want just straight-up production? Cyto-nursery. Cyto-nursery. Let's show what buildings we currently have. Okay, so cyto-nurseries are currently providing 1 science and 1 health. I can make them also worth a production. 5% science. So right now I'm making, let's say, 18.72 production in this city, which means that I would be making 10% of that is 1.87, so half of that would be, what, around 0.94-ish? Close to 0.94. So when I say we want 5% toward military units, we are really only applying 0.94 production toward one particular type of construction project. That said, if this city does get more than, say, 20 production, then I actually am getting a good use of that. It's unfortunate that it's so restricted to only military units. But I don't know. It's important to understand the math, if it's better to just get straight up production toward everything, or as the city grows, have better military production. I'm gonna go with just straight up production. I was actually really tempted to go with military, but I suspect this city will not be as focused on producing military units, because I'm probably gonna go for primarily naval units out of Deep Castle and whatever my new city is going to be. So I'd rather just have a lot of good production, build up a lot of buildings, get a good solid infrastructure on the land, and I think that should do me just fine. Alright, let's move on to the next turn. I don't know where I sent my explorer, but I'm just going to trust that last video I knew where I was sending him, so go have fun, little buddy! Go do something good. The siege worm left. An agreement for Pan-Asian for Public Works is available. Oh, Pan-Asian Cooperative is once again doing awesome stuff. Public Works. Energy maintenance for buildings in your capital reduced. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think so. Absolutely not. Let's see. A free trade route slot in your capital while it contains a trade depot. That actually is potentially quite good. I love having extra trade routes. They're very powerful in this game. Even internal trade routes, which I really didn't take advantage of in Civ 5 at all, are actually really strong in Beyond Earth. This is interesting. Okay, so this is one called Market Deregulation. Trade route population thresholds reduced by 30%. Now, I don't know what that means, but I have a theory that that means that when your city reaches a certain population, it automatically opens up a new trade route. In theory, that's actually quite powerful. If I'm correct on that. And I would search the Civilopedia, but I'm not sure it'll actually tell me what I want to know. we'll hold off for now until I actually have some time to possibly create a new trade depot, but getting the extra trade route might actually be a worthwhile endeavor. I love me some trade routes. Alright, let's get this colonist out on the water. Continue searching around with our Tide Hunter. I haven't seen any aliens conspicuously for a while, so that's both good and bad. Oh, good, lots of sunken vehicles up in that direction. I say good, it's terrible, because presumably that means that people have died, but it's good for me because I like getting expeditions and free stuff. So where am I going to start this city off? Start with the geothermal, move over here, move all the way up this direction? And around like so? Maybe? I don't know. There's actually so much, I almost want to found 2 cities down there. I think that might be a little bit on the excessive side, but, you know. Alright. Deep Castle, Farbase 1 would get me energy, production, and science. I could trade with the Pan-Asian Cooperative. They would get more out of it than I would, though. Actually, everybody, it looks like, would pretty much get more than I would. I'm not sure I like that. Or do I save it, found a city, and then use this trade route to make it grow faster? That actually is probably a better start. You know what? Energy is important, I guess, but it's not that important. I would rather have a really strong third city developing, because right now I'm a little bit behind the game. I want to have a third city ASAP. Alright, Tide Hunter. Looks like... Okay, you know what? I think Chung Su, as they went coming down this direction, cleared out a lot of aliens, because I'm seeing the nest is gone. So I think they did a lot of that work for me already, which is actually okay with me. I am A-okay with that, because it saves me trouble. I would have liked the XP, but it makes my transportation a lot safer, so... Alright. Where are we? Oh, right, in this city. So what do we want to train up next? Or build up next? Vivarium. There's no desert, but, you know, food is good. Thorium reactor could be good for some energy. Repair facility for land unit production. Pharmalab for the health. Orbital coverage around this city increased by 3 is not that important. Frontier Stadium, though. I do like that Frontier Stadium. I love the idea of having all of my units produced with an automatic upgrade. So we're going to make sure that all of our cities have that. I think that building alone... Whoa. You want to move toward a cooperating relationship. Yes, actually I do accept with that. I suspect yes. So, yeah, okay. So Chung Su is very unhappy with that. Large decrease in respect, because they went to war recently. Perform steel science covert operation with my new ally. Oh, yay. I don't have a choice. I have to do it. Okay, covert ops. Let's assign this person. Wait. What? Hang on. Select project. Oh, that's interesting. Lowers risk of covert operations, covert agents doing operations. Increase chance of success. I'm gonna go for increased chance of success. I have 3. Okay, I'm sorry. It looks like I have 3 different guys. What is this? Hang on. Covert Ops, Black Market. Assign this agent to a black market to produce 1 resource per turn for an amount of diplomatic capital. Wow! So I can spend 50 diplomatic capital per turn to get a Firaxite? Is that what that means? Wow. Fascinating. That changes things up a little bit, but we're going to go to Kuyen. Come on, Kuyen. Assign! Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Covert Ops, right? Okay. So this recruit. Go here. Okay. I'm going to assume that did it. No, it did not. I am confused. Why aren't you going there? Assign. There we go. This person's going there. Okay. Do we want to go somewhere else? Sure. We want to go to your city here. We'll assign there. And this other person we will assign to Freeland. Let's get some information, set up some basic networks. You know, some basic spy networks. Find out a bit more about the area. I'm not necessarily going to take advantage of that and steal everybody's science or energy, but I would like to do that to get the mission done, at the very least. Alright, Cyto Nursery could be worth a little bit of production, but I actually would like to move the city. It's only going to take 2 turns, so let's start moving it this direction. Yes, I am sure. Quest decision. Maintain the current... Ooh, okay. So this is a new quest based off of the special rudder, I guess, that I just got for Deep Castle. The rudder works by creating controlled areas of backwash, counter-drag, to pull the city along with the currents. While inefficient for speed purposes, the after effects of this drag are large areas of churned-up seabed, exposing substrates and life forms that were invisible before the city passed by. Interesting. So do we want to get science or even less production to move cities? Science is probably the better choice, but I'm actually going to go with the production, because I am anticipating with my new city, I'm going to be moving it a lot, and I would like to be able to do that quickly. Probably not the best tactical decision, but for our purposes, because we're just kind of having fun here, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway, because you know what, why not? My channel, I can do what I want. Alright. We'll continue to send the Tide Hunter off in what direction? There's 9 floatstone up there, good lord. Seeing more scarabs. Of course, our alien units do heal in miasma, which is quite nice. Now, let's see. Can I found a city in ocean? I know I can move onto ocean, but can I found a city on ocean? I'm not actually sure. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Huh. An agreement with Chengsu for the academic lobby, academic lobby is now available. Looks like I cannot actually found a city in the ocean. I can only do it on coast. Oh, crud. Well, how am I going to do this then? Suppose I could go here and found a city and then just sort of go with my original plan and work my way around. Alright, we're going to do it. Found the outpost. We receive a free patrol boat. Okay. I'm going to keep the solar collector on hold, because eventually they're just going to fall out of the sky, and I want to make use of those. There's a free cutter. Cool. So can I set you to explore automatically? Yes, I can. Cruiser, I'm going to keep you on hand because I would like to be able to use that. We have a trade convoy which will make our new outpost grow a lot faster, so let's do that. Let's send our worker off in this general direction. And for the cruiser, I don't know. Alright, let's see. The 2 Xenomass. Start exploring more down this direction. Ah, there's a sea dragon. Okay, good to know. Our explorer is fully healed, so let's try to do this expedition again. We can leash an alien? What alien are you talking about? I don't see anything nearby at all. Let's construct an expedition. Hopefully he doesn't die in the miasma. Choose research. What do we want? Well, I wouldn't mind getting something like robotics and getting some XP toward harmony and supremacy. Getting 2 levels. Okay. So here's the thing about Civilization Beyond Earth. I think a lot of people underestimate the importance of the affinity system. The affinity system is how you upgrade your military units. Having really strong affinity as fast as possible means you have the most modern and up-to-date military, which is a huge advantage if you're going for any sort of a military victory. I actually think robotics could be really, really powerful for that reason, especially if we get 2 levels. That's huge. So I think we're going to do this one and see how that plays out. We will get access to tac jets, which is okay. Not amazing, but it's okay. Auto plants could be nice. Wouldn't mind having extra production and energy. Ferraxite mines and manufactories. Manufactories are really bad for your health, but man, do they up your production. Don't think I'll be making much use out of it, but still, it's kind of cool. It looks like it's only available for land terrain as well. Interesting. But yeah, let's go for robotics. Let's see what happens when I get 2 levels simultaneously in both supremacy and harmony. We are going for a hybrid build after all, just for fun. I'm not really sure it's the best tactical choice, but you know what? This is not the playthrough of best tactical choices. This is the playthrough of the most fun tactical choices. Send our worker up there and we'll make use of the minerals. Our submarine has found geothermal and lots of floatstone in this general area. There's some more geothermal. I mean, that's exciting. Solar collectors, sit tight. We did move Deep Castle. I can move it again and get access to Xenomass, or I can move it and get access to some geothermal. It'll only take 1 turn to do that, so Xenomass is probably more important, I would think, yes? I don't have any pressing need for geothermal, so let's move it 1 more. Yes, I am sure. Pending diplomatic stuff. Practically guaranteed to benefit, of course, I would get additional diplomatic capital. She would get reserve army. Units heal fully each turn when fortified in a city. This looks good to me. So I get now 27 political capital per turn. I'm telling you, I think going for as many traits as early in the game as possible is a very solid choice. I really think it is. Do we want a thorium reactor or a repair facility or a pharma lab? I'm going to go with a thorium reactor because I could start getting some energy production sooner rather than later. All right, next turn. Clearing a force has created some production for me. That's cool. Anything we can do in this this floating alien structure? I don't think so. Pretty sure we finished... What is this? Progenitor device in the ocean. Ooh, that's cool. An enemy sea dragon has attacked my cruiser. Why would you do this? Why would you do this thing to me? That just seems silly. Let's back up a tick. Ooh, cool. Found a resource pod. Let's do some damage to that sea dragon. I'm going to send my cutter in this direction in case I need to reinforce it. Let's discover... Looks like the station was removed from the map. Interesting. Did a civilization decide to kill it? You can do that. You can do that. And it's worth a fair bit to do so. You can destroy these stations, and they'll give you a big resource bonus, basically. It's a good short-term way to deal with the stations that you have no intention of ever trading with, and they're fairly weak, especially at the low tiers. So, not a bad idea, per se. Let's start making our way over to the Resolin, and these little grub things, and we'll make use of them with a new paddock or whatever. Alright, do we want to move down another to grab the geothermal, or are we good where we are for now? We haven't got any workers doing anything here, and I think I actually wouldn't mind getting another one. So, yeah, let's spend 3 production and get a worker, because I now have a lot of tiles to improve. And this is interesting. Okay, so we did have a farm located right here, and it appears to have been completely destroyed when we move our city here. Now, that was to be expected. That's what I would have thought was going to happen to begin with. But when we had a half-finished tile improvement and moved our city onto it, it was preserved once we moved our city back off, as we discovered here. So unfinished tile improvements do not get destroyed, but finished tile improvements do. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that's a bug in the game or if there's some way to take advantage of that. Probably not. A little bit min-maxy, but still interesting to note. Alright, well, I think that's enough for this video, so thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with Civilization Rising Tide. If you enjoyed this video, then I hope you will hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.